A fun-filled summer Saturday night is upon us in downtown St. Pete, where the lone unbeaten side in USL championship play looks to continue an already memorable run. The Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting North Carolina FC. Welcome inside the booth, everybody. We're so happy you are here. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. We are 13 matches in, and the Rowdies still have not been defeated just yet. It has been a historic defensive effort, Ryan.
True, the Rowdies have allowed just 0 goals in the month of May. That's right, 0. It's been Operation Lockdown here in Tampa Bay, led by Coach Collins and his defensive mindset. As a result, they've turned draws into wins, and that has led the Rowdies to be #1 in the Eastern Conference and the USL Championship today.
All right, let's talk about the opponent, North Carolina FC. Last time they were here at Al Lang Stadium, they left with a 2-0 victory over the Rowdies. Right now in 7th place in the East, and Stephen Miller is one heck of a player on the attack.
Stephen Miller is an industrious, hard-working right midfielder, and as a result, he gets into goal-scoring opportunities. He also has a great delivery on his cross, so as a result of that, he has also had 3 assists already this season. He is instrumental, and Caleb Richards on the left-hand side is going to have a long night tonight for the Rowdies.
On the Tampa Bay side, Andrew Tenari just keeps playing better and better as this season has gone along.
Andrew Tenari is a little magician who plays for the Rowdies. He is instrumental in the last third of the field in this Rowdies attack. He gets the ball through the middle to Gwenzati and Tejada, which he has built an incredible relationship with. He also sprays the ball out wide and creates width for the rest of the team.
So the Rowdies, #1 in the East, still without a defeat, hosting North Carolina FC. We have got the kickoff coming up next from Al Lang Stadium. Stay tuned.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
At Morgan Auto Group, we have one goal: being the one dealer you turn to for all of your automotive needs. We have over 30 dealerships and more than 20 brands, and thousands of vehicles to choose from at prices that won't have your budget in the box, with guarantees that give you more than just peace of mind.
Nice hockey reference.
Just putting the biscuit in the basket, Tyler.
Nobody says that right.
Agree to disagree? Because when you make it Morgan,
we make it happen.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife.
Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, "That's my kind of blue."
This is my kind of blue.
This is my...
Set to go from Al Lang Stadium, Tampa Bay Rowdies and North Carolina FC. And it is time now for our formations. First for North Carolina, Alex Tambakis, the goalkeeper, only conceded 8 times this season. Nazmi Al-Badawi, the midfielder, number 21, former FC Cincinnati star, also one to watch. And for the Rowdies, the 4-1-4-1, John McCarthy, 9 clean sheets this season. And you've also got Malik Johnson making his second start. Our starting formations sponsored by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tampa. Let's check in on the field with Heather Donnelly.
Well, Drew, there's good and bad news with the Rowdies lineup tonight. The good news is that Jan Ekra makes the squad. He's on the bench tonight after missing the last 9 games with an ankle injury. Now he's back and fit, and he's at least in the 18 tonight. The bad news is that Leo Fernandez is missing his 2nd straight game with a hamstring injury. The Brazilian midfielder has played such a key role in the Rowdies' success with 2 goals and 4 assists so far this season. But head coach Neil Collins says they just want to wait until he is 100% until he returns to the squad. Guys?
All right, Heather, thank you so much. Leo Fernandez, certainly a player that is going to be missed here tonight for the Rowdies. And North Carolina FC 20 points coming in, 5-2-5. Their record on the season, their best wins, though, over Louisville City back on March 16th, and also taking down their state rival, Charlotte. We're off and running here in downtown St. Pete. Should be a fun night. Rowdies and North Carolina FC.
Well, North Carolina are creeping up this USL table. They're a high possession team playing a 4-1-4-1, and Rowdies with their 3-5-2. They look to frustrate this North Carolina FC team and try to get on the board quickly.
First touch by Juan Tejada. And the Rowdies already with an early chance. They'll take a shot as Tambakis is on top of it. For the visitors, mentioned the numbers that he has put up. Certainly one to watch here tonight. Our injury report, Heather telling us about Leo Fernandez. Also cannot wait to have Sean Berry back eventually for Tampa Bay. Siage has been a constant on the injury report. Lomas and Deleuze out for North Carolina.
Big losses for both teams. Leo Fernandez, the dancing Brazilian on the left-hand side, would not be in today. But on the other end, Mario Loomis is going to be out for North Carolina FC. That is 6 goals and 1 assist missing tonight.
Our keys to the match. How important are these two keys for each side?
Well, the Rowdies' defensive dominance has to continue. This North Carolina FC team has shown they can score goals and create chances. And on the other end, the relentless attack of this North Carolina FC team is the key to try and break down this Rowdies defense.
Dre Fortune, this one punched out by McCarthy. As we're just underway here, Rowdies in the iconic green and gold, North Carolina FC wearing the all-white here tonight. Well, Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship in many of the finest leagues in the world since 1947. The leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, go to selectsportamerica.com. That's selectsportamerica.com.
Just taking a...
Well, it's 88 degrees at kickoff, but it feels like 95 down on the pitch. The humidity through the roof here tonight. Let's see how the Rowdies can handle it. Second start here tonight.
What a plus for Malik Johnson. Spoke to Coach Collins this week and he said it's like a whole new player acquisition. Coming back from an injury, he's now placed on this right-hand side and he is slippery when wet, Drew. He is quick.
Attacking from the left flank, offside called on Stephen Miller. There's North Carolina coming off a 1-1 draw at Hartford Athletic last Saturday. So coming on the road here to Tampa Bay. Look at John McCarthy, his last appearance for the Rowdies. Just absolutely brilliant in Birmingham, coming up with save after save, including that all-important PK.
You know, we look at all these statistics that John McCarthy is putting up, but the one big thing is his leadership. His ability to lead that back line. It trickles through the rest of the team and just bleeds confidence into this Rowdies team.
Battle in the midfield now. This is Owalo. 1 goal on the season for the Cameroon product.
Drew, we are 3 minutes and 40 seconds in. This is a victory for North Carolina. They conceded a goal in the first 17 seconds of the game last week. So I'm sure the coach on the sidelines did a little fist bump after we crossed the 18-second mark today. So North Carolina had a horrible start last week, and now so far so good with 3 minutes in.
Talk about the North Carolina head coach Dave Sarek in his first season, just working wonders. And North Carolina, such a seasoned veteran voice, 65 years old. There you see him right there in the all-white shirt. He's been to a few soccer rodeos in his career, certainly.
2 years, 2 U.S. Open Cups, an MLS Cup final. He coached the U.S. national team after they were disqualified by Trinidad and Tobago in the last World Cup qualifiers. Took over for Bruce Arena and sort of steadied the ship until they made a decision. So there's definitely prestige on that North Carolina FC bench.
Mohamed Kone, 25-year-old, getting to start tonight. Part of that back line for the Rowdies. Back line that has just been spectacular so far this season. And Sadi now handling for Tampa Bay, trying to get it to Tejada. A little flick inside the box. Rowdies able to collect just beyond the 18, and now Poku has it at his feet.
Tenari taking the easier option at that point, not looking to force it. This Rowdies team being very patient in the opening minutes.
Kone brilliantly placed. Tenari let it get away from him that time. Andrew Tenari, if you are scouting the Rowdies, he is somebody you cannot get loose. North Carolina certainly going to have him marked tightly here tonight. Stephen Miller is the player down right now for North Carolina. And let's check in on the pitch with Heather.
Well, Drew, I spoke pregame about Leo Fernandez not being in the squad tonight because of injury. David Najm is also not in the squad tonight, but for a different reason. He's on his way home after making his international debut yesterday as a member of Afghanistan's national team. They played to a 1-1 draw against Tajikistan in a friendly match. David was born in New Jersey, but his father is from Afghanistan, which is how he's eligible to play for their national team. And he got to play alongside his brother Adam, who has 5 caps for Afghanistan and plays for Memphis here in the USL Championship.
Just cannot say enough about what it means to these players to be able to put on the uniform for their country, like Najm is getting the opportunity to do.
You know, the beauty about soccer is, yes, you can come out here on a Saturday evening and wear a club shirt, but when you wear the flag around your chest, it's a whole different set of pride we're talking about. And congrats to David Najm for making his international debut. What a moment for him.
Chance now for North Carolina, cut off by Poku. Good job getting back, and he'll clear it temporarily for the Rowdies. This is Guillen on the ground. Hard shot. Let's see, this will be the first corner of the match for North Carolina FC. So Aaron Guillen, a defender out of Mexico, and the Rowdies now will get organized defensively.
He made the team of the week this last week after the Hartford 1-1 draw. So Aaron Guillen is in a bit of form coming into the Rowdies stadium tonight.
Al-Badawi right in front of McCarthy. They want to test McCarthy here early. And Poku comes out of there with it for the Rowdies, and that's just beautifully done. Ahead now, let's see the Rowdies work with Malik Johnson. Nice cross. Tejada. Juan Tejada trying to get a shot off. It's deflected. Still alive. And North Carolina avoids the first real danger of the night.
Well, that all started with Kwadwo Poku releasing Andrew Tenari in the open field. When it got to Juan Tejada, he cut in for the shot. And here's Tenari, a little flick to Malik Johnson. Passes it on to Gwenzati, who just helps it along to Tejada. Cuts inside. Point blank range, and Sebastian, no, it was the defender who deflected it, but Gwenzati was blocking the keeper and was called to be in offside position.
You called Tenari a magician in the pregame. I think that's very fitting because he is crafty, he is athletic, his work rate is just off the charts as well.
What he creates with small touches, and he also creates by dribbling as well. And he also has one heck of a shot. So you apply all those 3 tools, and boom, you have magic.
This is a wallow now. Got Diakite all over him. Coming over to help is Johnson. Gets by Johnson. Look out. Trying to work his way inside the 6 and all the way to that last line of defense before the ball rolls out of bounds. Well, fans, follow the Rowdies and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and much more. Join the over 2 million sports fans already discovering ESPN Plus and watch the USL Championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com.
Well, there we got a good look of that stingy Rowdies defense collapsing on Iwalo. He did well to get past the first 2, but then ran out of real estate on the 3rd dribble.
Tejada trying to post up now. And Tejada going to get called for the foul.
Well, that seems to be a very polite whistle for Aaron Guillen, as Juan Tejada had no idea where the defender was. He was trying to control the ball. Here's Tejada again. Couldn't find Guillen, going after the ball, and the defender just goes over and gets the whistle.
Caleb Richards, a youngster, only 20 years old, on loan from Norwich City. First product of that great relationship the Rowdies forged in the offseason.
Yep. Caleb Richards, a proud Canary of Norwich. So fitting to have the green and yellow hoops as a Rowdies shirt as well.
North Carolina now will attack from the right side. Visitors have scored 19 times this season. They've conceded only 10 times. Well, we're thrilled to have you with us tonight from Al Lang Stadium. Drew Felios with Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, also providing updates down on the pitch, and our fabulous television crew here with you for every home match in downtown St. Petersburg, one of the great soccer venues in USL Championship, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies have been one of the biggest stories of league play this season.
Well, the revamped Rowdies, courtesy Neil Collins, has been putting the pieces to the puzzle since mid-season last season and has found the perfect stew, Drew. He added some salt, some pepper, some oregano, and some basil, and here we have this Rowdies team on top of the USL Eastern Conference and the USL Championship all together. Numero uno going into tonight's game.
Sound like you've made some stew before there.
Actually, we are proud makers of stew in Trinidad.
Coach Collins will touch it over on that far side, and talked about how the best quality of this Rowdy side so far this season has been how well the team has gelled, and now how they have just come together and meshed. Official comes over, will mark the ball right in front of that touchline.
Looks like Coach Mendoza is not happy with the players on the field having a word with number 21, Al-Badawi.
So Stuart Dobson also come out off the Rowdies bench. Great fortune. And a beautiful ball now, straight ahead. And trying to track it down. Will they get to it? Touchline, Stephen Miller able to keep it in. Great hustle that time by the midfielder. Here's Guillen. North Carolina trying to organize. This is Al-Badawi, top of the 18 now. Oh, wide open is Miller. He was calling for it. They missed him that time. Rowdies lucky.
Well, this North Carolina team are going to try to get that ball through the middle as much as they can with Al-Badawi and Ben Spees. It's up to the Rowdies to close it down with Dominic Aduro and Poku.
Juan Tejada gets it back, trying to square one up. Tejada very active here in the first 15 minutes. Now Mohamed Kone, center back tonight for the Rowdies. Nice distribution here. And possession, the Rowdies dominating possession as of late against the opposition. Here's Poku. He can certainly attack. Shot from distance. Oh, this one whizzing just wide right. And that was Aduro doing what he does best.
With a little engine, Dominic Aduro, well, we know he can strike them from far. And number 18, once the ball popped out to him, got all his laces on that one, and he just went like a foot or two wide of this left-hand post. Here it is. Poku trying to dribble, pops up to Aduro. And the Ghanaian gets all of it, just goes wide. Scored just an absolute beauty last season to win the game for the Rowdies on the road.
Had kind of an interesting season, of course. Had the red card against New York, had to sit out a match, sort of regroup as well. The Rowdies need his leadership and just his consistency in that midfield.
You know, so much of his game is spent on tackling and defending and tracking runners and closing down channels. Getting that red card 2 weeks ago really hurt the Rowdies, but they found a way to cover his presence. Now he's back on the field.
Rowdies will throw it in. Sebastian Guenzati got his 6th goal last week at Birmingham, and that 2-0 victory. As Johnson will throw it in. Poku trying to win it for Tampa Bay, and coming up there is Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller's going to have to put it on his shoulders here tonight. North Carolina with possession again. North Carolina defeating the Rowdies last season 2-0. That was back on August 11th, and I think was really the low point in the Rowdies season for 2018. They did manage 2 victories at North Carolina, but still that loss at home was a stinger.
Well, definitely a different look about this Rowdies team now since the last time they met up. But this North Carolina team is a tricky team for this Rowdies unit. They are undefeated, Tampa Bay, but North Carolina is a tough customer.
Diakite trying to chase it down. It'll belong to North Carolina. Let's check in quickly with Heather. Heather, what's up?
Hey, Drew, you may notice that Malik Johnson is wearing that mask on his face. He suffered a bad facial injury in that game on Tuesday night in the US Open Cup against OKC Energy. It was his return to the pitch, really, his first start since joining the Rowdies, but he had a very, very bad injury to his nose. But he returned last Saturday to play against Birmingham Legion, and he's back out on the field tonight just wearing that mask for a little extra protection, guys.
And good stuff, Heather. We're wondering about the mask is now. It is Richards trying to penetrate. He'll send it back out. And the Rowdies will get organized here. Maduro, a nice touch. Guenzati on the ground. And as Heather mentions Malik Johnson, in the preseason, he very quietly was one of the more impressive players for Tampa Bay, says Neil Collins. Well, good to get him finally in the rotation, and he could be a constant all season long.
Such a plus for this Rowdies team. Like we said before, like a whole new addition, almost like acquiring a player in the market in the middle of the season.
Ball serviced in, immediately sent out by Diakite. Now top of the box. Look out, here comes Fortune. Trying to get some space. Oh, beautiful pass, and shot and scored. North Carolina on the scoreboard. Dre Fortune, the midfielder, makes it 1-0.
Well, they were testing and they were coming through the middle, just like North Carolina's MO was before the game. The midfielders were pushing up. And a lovely pass by Al-Badawi, finding Dre Fortune, and he just puts it away beautifully into that last post. Just hanging around on top of the 18-yard area. And look at the finish, cool and calm. But the pass by Al-Badawi was immaculate. It just shows what this midfield of this North Carolina team can do. They're a finesse bunch, and they're going to come through that middle, and it depends on Aduro and company to clog that middle.
Well, if you're wondering how long has it been since McCarthy and the Rowdies have conceded a goal in USL play, they came into this match 529 straight minutes, plus almost 20, so call it 548 minutes without allowing a goal. The entire month of May, you mentioned in the preseason, you could sense the looks on the Rowdies' faces conceding that one there here in the first 20.
Yeah, that's a completely foreign emotion. They haven't conceded a goal since April. And now their backs against it. Let's see how they react. Well, the relentless attack from North Carolina and the defense by Rowdies just caving in the 19th minute.
This is a Wallow. Trey Fortune once more. He'll let this one go. It'll be a goal kick for Tampa Bay. So North Carolina proving that McCarthy and the Rowdies can be scored upon. They have just been dominant. Only their 5th goal conceded in USL play all season long.
You know, this formation, the 3-5-2, does so well covering the wingers and blocking out the wide service. But coming through the middle is going to take a lot of effort from Tanari, the attacking midfielder, to drop back into that zone and help out and sort of block those channels to prevent North Carolina from creating more inroads in this Rowdies defense.
Ralph's mob trying to get everybody going here in the 22nd minute. Goal scored by Trey Fortune. The difference right now will be a throw-in for the Rowdies on that far side with Caleb Richards. 20th goal of the season scored by North Carolina FC, equaling the Rowdies' 20 goals as well. So if you are the Rowdies, Ryan, bit of a moment to regroup. Still very early, but the reality is you have not been in this situation many times this year, especially at home.
Yeah, and I think you want to bounce back as quick as you can. You just don't want this scoreline to settle and get North Carolina on the road to get comfortable. You almost have to force the pace now, try and get one before the half, and then look for a result in the second half. But this next 20 minutes is so key for the Rowdies.
Johnson, little flick to Tejada, now from the right side. Serviced in by Tenori. Shot on, Tembakis with a great save. Tejada trying to battle inside the 6 and shoots it just to the left. Oh, nearly finding the inside part of that far post.
Well, talk about being disruptive. Here comes the Rowdies. Tejada finding Tenari on this right-hand side. Great services and Gonzati just tries to put it on frame. And the keeper saves it well. Poor clearance and Tejada at point-blank range. Usually the fox in the box. Just couldn't convert at that point. But the Rowdies respond and show North Carolina that they can't sit back on their heels.
Crowd enjoying watching 17 work as always. Juan Tejada setting an early tone here. The Rowdies down a goal, but you just feel like that goal may have awoken a beast.
You know, soccer is played in ebbs and flows. A chance like that could raise this team's spirits, their confidence, and start one of those ebbs.
Tejada pushed in the back. We play on. Tenari now. As Miller send it back down for North Carolina. Thrilled you're with us on this Saturday night from downtown St. Pete. Rowdies conceding an early goal, trying to get one back here in the first half. Long run for Stephen Miller. Kone retreating. And now the Rowdies back scrambling a little bit defensively. Crossed in, McCarthy on top of it for Tampa Bay. Just feel the pace has been picked up by the Rowdies also since that goal run. It started a little bit slow. And you just feel like that goal is certainly...
Well, North Carolina being a high possession team, after they got that goal, They've sort of sat back and allowed the home team, the Rowdies, to create the tempo.
Richards keeps it in bounds. Richards, cross, some buzz on it.
Great cross by Richards and excellent defending by North Carolina. Everyone was marked.
That's Kone. Tenari shuffles it over. There's Richards again. Space to work with. The call for the offside. Ball just came a little bit heavy off the foot of Tenari that time.
The offside may be a letdown, but the ball movement is fantastic. And Coach Collins has to be pleased with this Rowdies team. Tenari looking to help the ball along on every opportunity. That's going to cause worries for the visiting North Carolina FC.
Well, we invite you to get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for the Rowdies and then click the follow button. Keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on the Rowdies' next match by going to ESPN.com now and click follow your club for the Rowdies. And USL Championship Game of the Week is Tuesday, June 18th, 10:30 p.m. ESPN 3. Reno 1868 versus Phoenix Rising FC. Phoenix, phenomenal offensive showing they have had with a former Rowdy, Junior Flemings, having an outstanding campaign in 2019.
Just want to see Malik Johnson in that instance to take his guy on. He has such pace and skill. Just gave the ball up a little too quickly to Harder there. Especially in this last third of the field. You want your wide man to take his guy on.
Johnson will send it out. McCarthy directing traffic as the Rowdies get organized once more. 27th minute. 1-0 is your score. Hot and humid night here in downtown St. Pete. This is Al-Badawi. They're working the top of that box consistently for North Carolina. Guinzati can't get to it.
Well, this is North Carolina in a bubble. They play the ball on the ground.
Oh, look at the hole. Poku saying, what do I have to do to get a call? And that will be a yellow card, a Ford's Garage yellow card handed out here to Al-Badawi in the 28th minute. So that is Nazmi Al-Badawi in the books. Let's send it down on the field to Heather.
Well, Drew, for fans that tune into us regularly, they're used to turning on the game at 7:30. Well, next week, everybody make sure you turn us on at 6:30. Kickoff will be 1 hour earlier, and that's to account for a little doubleheader that's going on with the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays have a game against the Los Angeles Angels at 1 o'clock over at the Trop, and fans can buy a ticket to both games. They'll be able to see the Angels play. They'll have transportation over here to Al Lang, and then they'll be able to see the Rowdies take on the Charleston Battery at 6:30 p.m. It should be a really fun day. I hear Ralph's Mob is going to be making their way over to the Trop and showing what Rowdy soccer is all about, so it should be a good day for everyone. But remember, 6:30 p.m. kickoff next week, and then Drew and Ryan, I know you guys are going to take an even closer look at the upcoming schedule here at halftime.
Yeah, we certainly will, Heather. This ball crossed in. Oh, again, you saw Tejada getting a piece of it as Richards was on the other side. Juan Tejada, he is keeping them honest on that back line.
Well, Juan Tejada's busybody is going to create worries for any center back. Well, Alex Tambaki, the keeper, did a great job snuffing that one out. Here he is. Like John McCarthy, such a cog at the back for this team. As we see the high press by the Rowdies, winning possession back. Home team definitely trying to force the tempo here.
Diakite is setting things. Mohamed Kone looking more and more comfortable in the back for the Rowdies. Switch the point of attack now. This is Kone. The one goal on the season in Open Cup play as it gets away from Johnson. I mentioned the Open Cup too. North Carolina FC, they are still alive. They actually have a date with New York City FC on June 12th. That's coming up here in just a few days. So you got that match. You're deep in the Open Cup, Ryan. You got this important match tonight. Which one do you think is of more importance? Does it have any effect on what's going on here tonight?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, roster management at this time of the season is so important. And I think where you are in the standings sort of this dictates what you're going to do. And even though North Carolina is 7th, they're only 3 points out of 2nd place. That's how competitive this USL league is. And so a lot of these starters are playing tonight. And we're going to have some tired legs out there in the Bronx on Wednesday as they play the MLS teams, Drew. Oh, now coming to the party and this US Open Cup. So it's going to be interesting.
Caleb Richards throwing it in right next to Dave Sarakin here in the 31st minute. Sarakin saying, "No, that's not his mark. He's going to back up just a little bit."
I love how coaches don't miss a beat. You know?
Stephen Miller now working out of the center circle. He has been really active so far in this match, just like we thought he would. And Awalo trying to get ahead that time. And the ball will go back to the Rowdies.
Well, that press by the Rowdies is sort of inviting that long ball over the top, which North Carolina usually do not do. Trying to take them out of their comfort zone, this home team. Take away that possession by making the field very short.
Rowdies have conceded for the first time in over 1 month. Trailing here at home. And Diakite going to get called this time. Rowdies a little frustrated at the officiating up to this point.
Well, Donovan just lost the battle with the wall, Diakite. The Senegalese takes no prisoners when he's defending.
Rowdies are the final unbeaten team in USL Championship. Second right now in goal differential with a +16. Just incredible numbers as Guillen works for North Carolina. Sent out. Rowdies will toss it in, and we'll look at some scores. Swope Park here a couple weeks ago. Scoreless draw with the Independents of Charlotte. How about Hartford? They're getting better and better. Going toe-to-toe with St. Louis at the moment. Louisville City. Many think still the team to beat. 2-0 over Loudoun at the half. Pittsburgh, Bob Lilly's squad, up a goal on Ottawa.
That's a good game. Ottawa FC is Ottawa Fury is an excellent team as well.
Tejada, oh, just beautiful. Zani though couldn't turn around. Tejada gets right back to Quinzati. You see a lot of little ticky-tack things going on right now. There is some diving on the North Carolina side, and the officials are buying it hook, line, and sinker.
Well, Sam Brotherton is just waiting for any sort of impact. Both of their backs are towards the referee, and the referee usually gives the defender the benefit of the doubt in those situations. And he did just that, and the Uruguayan Guenzati is not happy.
You take that one and the one with Tejada. It's like sale of the century. They're buying everything. Remember that old game show?
Everything must go, Drew.
Going once, going twice. Richards staying intact. Tejada still active. And there's a Duro battling again. North Carolina up a goal here, attacking once more. They want another before halftime. And scrambling to get back to Diakite. Sends it out, and another corner kick coming up for North Carolina FC.
Well, since they conceded the goal 15 minutes ago, that was North Carolina's first attack into the box of Tampa Bay. So they seem to have turned the tide in the last 15 minutes, but this North Carolina team is very talented. Any space behind the back four, or back three, rather, is going to cause a lot of problems.
Trey Fortune puts it in motion. Line driven this time. Guenzati Bicycle kick attempt. Wallow went down. Attempt at contact. And this is Poku. Poku shuffling it forward. Malik Johnson tries to stay on top of it. Oh, great slide and challenge. And it was Guillen going to the ground. Johnson tried to return the favor, but couldn't do it.
Oh, great tackle by Guillen. He measured that one to perfection. Poku tried to help it along to Malik Johnson. The touch was just a little too long. And Guillen read it perfectly.
So far, the match going exactly the way North Carolina would want. They got their early goal. Sort of seem to have the officials on their side at the moment. And they are playing their brand of soccer, but the Rowdies have had some chances. Could easily turn the tide at any moment.
Well, this is what the Rowdies have to do, continue to press and disrupt.
Look out, this is Aduro with the left foot. Tambakis with his 78% save percentage coming in.
Just can't allow this finesse team as Aduro, as they break up the play in the middle. Dominic Aduro with that confidence, going with the left stick this time. Just couldn't get a hold of it.
Like to see Aduro be more aggressive like that. Tejada, and we're gonna have another foul. He is being tossed around here in this first half. Graham Smith was involved that time, and Andrew Tenari is gonna stick up for his teammate.
It looks like referee Mendoza is going to have a long night tonight, as these teams are seeing red at the moment. Oh, great turn.
Andrew Tenari. Hold your breath every time. He has it at his feet. Tremendous work rate. Diakite, rather, Poku has it. He can turn around. Quadwell Poku's shot. Just a foot wide. Crowd wanted that one. Another outstanding chance for the Rowdies.
Well, the player to watch before the game was Andrew Tenari, and he has not let anyone down. Here he is, stopping, starting, and just flicks it to Poku. Does well to get past his man and drags the ball across the face of the goal. Do not blink when Andrew Tenari is around.
Just feel it, that Rowdies goal is coming. They are working extremely hard here at the moment. As we approach 40 minutes. Tenari again, battling, trying to get a call here. And it is going to be a Rowdies corner. Again, that's number 15, Andrew Tenari, the former New York Red Bull too.
Well, the Ralphs mob are on their feet, and as Tenari goes across to kick this corner, Tambaki trying to rally the troops. The Fox in the box, waiting for his chance.
Malik Johnson, the in-swinger. Keep an eye on Tejada. So tough to mark in these situations. Headed out temporarily. And on top of it is Caleb Richards.
Smart play by Richards. He had nothing on. Could not afford to give that away and just turned it back to McCarthy.
Malik Johnson, left flank. Trying to cross one in. Oh, Tambakis. And it again, you saw Tejada closely marked that time. Great idea, though, by Johnson.
Well, Malik Johnson started as a right wing back, and because of the corner, is now over on the left wing back position as Caleb Richards covers him on the right wing back. Bit of an exchange now. But interesting to see the righty coming in from the left side as Johnson goes across to this left wing. Let's see if the Rowdies look to exploit it. Also Richards now, a lefty coming in from the right. At the bottom of your picture here.
Caleb Richards. Kone looking for Tejada. Poku. So athletic in the midfield for the Rowdies. And he'll force another corner kick. Crowd loving the effort from 88.
Well, the early ball by Kone didn't quite work out, but it popped out to Poku, who's been so adventurous in this last third. He has been asking questions all night long. And now guess who kicks the corner kick, as the crowd is really getting up now for Andrew Tenari.
Keep in mind, Andrew Tenari, he has 2 goals himself this year. That one will go end over end, and he saved just before getting across the touchline. That's just a great job of hustle by Awalo.
And now it's a mad dash back to the Rowdies' 18-yard box.
So this is Stephen Miller now, and it was funny on that last exchange as the Rowdies were scrambling to get back. That face mask that Heather talked about just minutes ago from Malik Johnson was just thrown off. He was like, okay, enough of this. So interesting that in the 41st minute, obviously was a little uncomfortable wearing it.
Just the amount of sweat pouring in.
Now let's check in with Heather.
We've got a good halftime plan for you, so stick around here. Once we hit 45 minutes, we'll hear what the Rowdies' phobias are. We'll take a look at USL results from the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. And, of course, we'll see highlights and stats from the first half, guys.
Lots to look forward to. Phobias. I could go on that topic.
You do not want to hear mine.
Don't get me started. As long as I'm not one of your phobias, I think we're doing a good job. No. And likewise. Ben Spees. And now Miller. Tana comes over. Graham Smith have not called 16's name a lot here in the first half. Rowdies again with an edge in possession, especially over the last 20 minutes or so since that goal. And they've had some solid chances as well, more chances than the visiting side, but North Carolina has the goal at this point.
Just looking at North Carolina's strategy here. Everyone behind the ball and in their own box. So right now, with the exception of Diakite and John McCarthy, everyone else is in North Carolina's half. And it's up to the Rowdies to break them down.
Duro will send it left. Player is down for North Carolina. The Rowdies with an edge at the moment. Put in motion by Richards. Tejada trying to go upstairs, but Bacchus was right there to bring it down. Bacchus just threw it out of bounds. As now another player's down, one for Tampa Bay as well.
Looks like Dre Fortune has hit the dirt. Somehow has shaken it off. There's the tackle by Fortune. Tenari coming in high, right in front of referee Mendoza. And Dre Fortune has a case there.
So Rowdies possibly getting a break there. There's Poku again. I love it when he has it at his feet. He is so exciting to watch. Now Richards leaving it for Guenzati. Sebastian Guenzati is deflected into the side of the net, and another Tampa Bay corner coming up.
Well, great angle run by Guenzati, El Capitan. Just taking his time and running across the back four, not getting in an offside position, but just couldn't pick his man out in the middle. Good defending by North Carolina. As our players down again near John McCarthy on the Rowdies side.
And McCarthy is waving the training staff over. And let's see.
It's not Dre Fortune this time. It is, looks to be Iwolo. Donovan Iwolo, 22-year-old Cameroonian, on loan from MFK Vyskov from the Czechoslovakia 3rd Division. Has made the trip across the pond and is here in the USL.
And for the Rowdies, it looks like Neil Collins is set to go to his bench for the first time. Zach Steinberger is up and ready to check into this match. And Andrew Tenari, who was questionable coming into tonight with a groin injury. Good job gutting it out in the first half, but this could be a night where Zach Steinberger shines.
Huge letdown for the Rowdies there. Tenari so instrumental. As the corner sails over, and it's going to be a NCFC throw-in.
So we're obviously in stoppage time right now at the moment, and we have 2 minutes of stoppage time, just informed by our crew downstairs. So 2 minutes stoppage time. Rowdies trailing by a goal here at the end of half number 1. Busy halftime show is coming up, courtesy of Heather. Definitely want to stay tuned for that, so don't go far. Malik Johnson. And Rowdies gonna have a chance at a set piece here, Ryan, so chance to get a good opportunity here before intermission.
This is the point that Neil Collins talked about. He wanted more goals from his centre-backs. And this is the opportunity that he was asking for Diakite, for Tarek Morad, for Mohamed Kone, 6-footers, to try to get on the end of some of these set pieces and get a goal, get an easy goal for the Rowdies. But of course, the delivery has to be there. You can order the pizza, Drew, but the delivery has to come.
Sometimes comes a little late, but as long as it comes, we're all good. Steinberger, and he's so exciting to watch. And that goal against the Villages, also a goal against Pittsburgh, so did score an Open Cup play. And actually played for North Carolina FC a season ago. Ball sent over the box, and a little contact in there. And as you saw, Diakite again getting physical. North Carolina will get another call and a goal kick.
A great defending by the North Carolina centre-backs. Everyone was well marked. Alex Comsia, number 23, and Sam Brotherton, number 3, doing an excellent job tonight for this NCFC team.
See if they allow another run here. North Carolina again will keep it in play. Rowdies scrambling back once again, not thinking that ball was going to stay in. Graham Smith with it, and that is going to do it for the first half. Both sides will head to the locker room. A 1-0 advantage for North Carolina FC. The early goal by Dre Fortune coming in the first 20 minutes. Let's send it down to Heather Donnelly with Neil Collins.
Coach, you concede your first goal in league play in over a month. I'm sure you're not happy with the scoreboard, but how do you feel about the overall performance of your team there in the first half?
There's a lot of positives. We created some great opportunities on another day. We could be ahead or at least level, but we'll need to raise it. We'll need to improve certain parts of our performance, but a long way to go.
You made a rare first half sub there, pulling out Andrew Tenari. Can you tell us more about that?
Just carrying an injury, so don't want to risk anything. And good player Zach Steinberger. Hopefully he can get a goal.
Thanks, Coach. Guys.
All right, thanks so much. Juan Tejada and the Rowdies in a rare spot, trailing by 1 as we head to halftime here on ESPN+.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics at visitstpclearwater.com. Love the beach.
And that's how you brew it.
Let's take it to them at once. Oh, brewers of Miller Lite, we received your corn syrup by mistake.
That's not our corn syrup. We received our shipment this morning. Try the Coors Light Castle.
Oh, brewers of Coors Light, is this corn syrup yours?
Oh, yeah, that is our corn syrup. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bud Light, brewed with no corn syrup.
Hey, this is Rick Stroud, sports writer for the Tampa Bay Times. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new daily podcast, Sports Day Tampa Bay. We'll talk Rays, Lightning, Bucks, and Bulls. I'll have special guests join me regularly for their takes and answer questions from listeners. Join the conversation on Twitter @SportsDayTB and use the hashtag SportsDayTampaBay. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the road, or at the gym, it's Tampa Bay Sports Talk on your schedule. Download it now on iTunes or go to tampabay.com/sports.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
It's halftime here in St. Petersburg, and the Rowdies trail North Carolina FC 1-0 here after 45 minutes. Now, the Rowdies, as we've seen, are pretty fearless out on the field, but that doesn't mean they're fearless in general. We asked the Rowdies to tell us about their phobias, so find out what the Rowdies are scared of.
Oh, I'm scared of a lot of things. Spiders, snakes.
Wasps. I hate wasps. Can't stand them. So scary.
Sharks, bears, the dark.
I mean, I'm not really scared of a whole bunch. I'm just like a really strong man, you know?
The ocean scared me, like big bodies of water. That scared me, like not knowing what's underneath.
For me, I'm not really scared of anything.
I'm not scared of anything. Nothing.
Phobia, heights. Not a huge fan of heights. Still, I've gone on roller coasters, but just not a fan. Would never do the skydiving, bungee jumping, no way.
Snakes. Yeah, even on TV, I can't watch snakes. I'm trying to fight against it, but sharks. I'd say I'm afraid of sharks.
My phobia, probably seeing blood. My fiance is a nurse, and whenever she comes home and tells me about these blood stories, I don't want to hear them. It just makes me sick.
I definitely am afraid of creepy crawlers. Anything that crawls up on you just freaks me out.
Great stuff there, again, orchestrated by our own Heather Donnelly. I think David Najim said it best. My phobia, roller coasters, heights, for sure. All right, it has been just an awesome season around the USL, and it is definitely indicated in Open Cup play. So without any further ado, the best moments in round 3 in USL Championship at the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup.
Brown to find Lacroix. Now it's Musa. Oh, what a hit! Ryan Brown. Oh, that is electric from Phoenix on the break. Juggernaut for both of these squads. Here we go again. Steinberger on the turn. It's going to fall through. Allen! Just like that, it's 3-3. Alex Bassetti making a darting run. It finds its way all the way to Bassetti. Plays it off. Still an opportunity. Brown! Taylor again. The menacing attack. Taylor lets it go. And there's the opener for North Carolina FC. Frankie comes inside on Watson. Acres of space here for the left wing back. Forbes now pinching in space to shoot. He drives it and beats far. Tosh versus Van Oekel. Will this seal a spot? The 4th round. Number 4 delivers. 90th minute, Louisville leads at home again. Into the 6-yard area, and it's Cicerone who wins in the air and restores St. Louis FC's 2-goal advantage. So here comes Wynn. Is this onside? It is. A chance for Nashville to equalize, and they do! Carlton Belmar Charleston into this round with 2 goals. And now, he sends them into the 4th round. Charleston with the upset. Gonna tie his shoe while action goes on around him. Oh, good chance here for Lima. Up against the top scorer. Frater puts it in. New Mexico United in front. That's kept in play. Skundred's the initial effort. Another cross. Headed in! Winner Manova! And the dance!
Such memorable moments from around the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Tampa Bay Rowdies
attack.
You could feel the atmosphere, the electricity, the excitement of Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife.
Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Attack.
You could feel the atmosphere, the electricity, the excitement of Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
Fun night at Al Link Stadium for Rowdies fans, although their side, Tampa Bay Rowdies, trail North Carolina FC by a count of 1-0 here at the half. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. We have seen very strategic soccer up to this point. You got to give North Carolina credit as well.
Yes, Coach Sarakin put together a great strategic performance tonight so far in the first half. He's allowed this team to stay together in possession, not get stretched at all, and then get bodies behind the ball on defense and frustrate the Rowdies. As a result, they go into the half 1-0, and the home team has to find a way to get back into it.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights after one half of play. Rowdies starting just a little bit slow. North Carolina taking advantage of some of the early chances, really making that back line scramble. And it was guys like Miller and Al-Badawi. That goal scored by Dre Fortune in the 19th minute. And this stadium was a bit stunned for a moment there, Ryan.
Yes, they were. They did a great job. But then the Rowdies responded. Tanari down the right-hand side. Wenzati hitting it straight to the keeper. And then Juan Tejada at point-blank range just couldn't convert. Great save by Tambaki. And then Tejada with the follow-up just couldn't get it in. Here's Tanari again, finding Kwagu Poku, who's had a great first half. He drags the ball across the face of the goal. And another chance goes up begging for the Rowdies.
All right, let's take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Visit Tampa Bay. Visit Tampa Bay, a proud sponsor of the Rowdies. What numbers really stick out to you?
Well, Rowdies 7 shots to 2 shows that they're creating chances, but the hardest thing in soccer to do is to take those chances, and that's what the Rowdies have to do in the second half.
Possession just about equal on both sides. Rowdies down a goal. Here's we're set to begin the second half. Upcoming matches, Heather mentioned a 6:30 start next week here at Al Link Stadium. Keep in mind, it's in coordination with the Tampa Bay Rays. History made, the Rays and Rowdies teaming up. Be sure and get to Al Lang before that 6:30 kickoff. Then on the road at Bethlehem, coming back home for Ottawa, Swope Park, and Pittsburgh, the next 2 destinations the Rowdies will travel to. Well, before we start half number 2, let's send it to our girl on the sidelines, Heather Donnelly.
Okay, everyone watching, while we wait here for the second half to start, pull out your phones, pull up USLchampionship.com, and get ready to vote for John McCarthy for USL Player of the Month. He's in the running for the month of May. He had a great month last month, making 9 saves and earning 4 shutouts in league play. So you can vote for him for Player of the Month at USLchampionship.com. The fan vote ends Monday at noon, so vote on your phone, vote on your iPad, every device you got. Get on there and vote. Right now, last I checked, he was in the lead with 35% of the vote. So let's help the Rowdies goalkeeper pull off that win, and we'll see if the Rowdies can pull back and pull off a win here in the second half, guys.
Yeah, we asked Coach Collins about McCarthy and the decision to sign him in the offseason. They said he was absolutely the guy that we wanted, John McCarthy. And after playing for Bethlehem and Philadelphia Union with that MLS experience, McCarthy was our guy, and they're just thrilled that he chose the Rowdies as a destination. Also want to add before we start the second half, you saw that quick shot of Malik Johnson. Looked like he was having some issues with that face mask in the first half. He tossed it off late. He has got it back on here to begin half number 2.
Well, it looks like they made some adjustments to it, and Malik Johnson has that much-needed face guard to begin the second half. The injury was horrific at OKC, and that face guard has come in good use.
So the Rowdies will begin half number 2, making another change. Antoine Hopino will start half number 2. He wears number 29, and it looks like that Mohamed Kone is going to be on the bench here to start the second half. And there is Hopino, forward out of Paris, France, former Reno star, also Princeton Tiger. He is on the pitch and ready to go for the Rowdies. Some fresh legs when you talk about Hopino, and then Zach Steinberger also getting some much needed playing time here today.
Well, Coach Collins making his intentions very clear. Have to get a goal in this second half, continue the unbeaten streak, somehow get a result, maybe by throwing Hopino on early. 45 minutes to get settled and to create some action for this Rowdies team.
So Tenari's night is through, and so is Kone's for the Rowdies. North Carolina has not gone to their bench just yet. Second half underway.
Well, after that substitution, looks like Caleb Richards has come back to his natural centre-back position, left centre-back. Malik Johnson has gone to the left wing-back position, and Juan Tejada has picked up the right wing-back position. Everyone's back home, Drew.
Well, let's see if it pays dividends. The second half, Poku playing well, leading several runs for the Rowdies in that first 45 and change.
Just looking at Ben's speed, the number 10 on this right-hand side. 34 chances created, the second most in this USL league. He is a tricky customer, the number 10. And the Rowdies, especially Caleb Richards and Malik Johnson, have to keep an eye on him.
Guenzati now turning. And he is shoved down, have an early whistle. Here's Sebastian Guenzati, again, the captain's armband here tonight. Grant Smith is the player who picks up the foul. Guenzati scoring his 6th goal against Birmingham, the Uruguayan. When he gets going, it seems like the Rowdies never lose. That's how important he is in their attack.
He's such an emotional leader of this team. Always talking to his teammates, always celebrating when they score, to the point where he sort of leads the group in that area. Just so involved in so many different facets.
Tejada keeping possession. Double team comes over. Steinberger smartly sends it out. Here comes the service in now across the pitch. And this is Johnson collecting. Johnson will service one in. Oh, looking for Hopino. Hopino could not get to it. North Carolina will clear it.
Oh, that's a great ball.
Quick counter. This is Awalo, who is certainly very dangerous. Switches direction, gets a cross on, and a goal. Dre Fortune has the brace.
Well, something out of nothing. Rowdies on the other end, knocking on the door with Malik Johnson's cross, and then Iwolo just takes on his man, takes Diakite out, and a great ball across the box. And that's goal number 2 for Dre Fortune. But wow, what a counter-attack by these 2 young kids. NCFC with a fantastic U23 program. And these 2 youngsters making their presence felt in Al Lang Stadium tonight as it's 2-0 North Carolina FC.
Well, fans get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for the Rowdies, and then click the follow button. Keep up with the latest news and scores. Get reminders on the Rowdies' next match. Go to ESPN.com, click follow for your club. Al Lang Stadium shocked at the moment. Rowdies down 2 goals now here in the 49th minute. And on that last one, it was not pretty.
It's one of those goals where you tip your hat to the attacking team. They had numbers back. It was just a fantastic creative play by Iwolo. Just faking Diakite, which nobody has seemed to have done so far this season. And then the delivery across the box was just fantastic, right on point.
We have rarely seen it this season with Diakite and company. But it just looks like tonight, Ryan, that back line just a little slow to communicate, a little slow to get back for Tampa Bay, and at moments, guys sort of looking at each other.
Yeah, at this point, 2-0 down. The Rowdies have not been 2-0 down all season long. And this group has to find a way to look at each other and get going again. How do they respond?
We knew that North Carolina was going to be more than formidable. Anytime you take down Louisville City 4-1 like they did earlier this season, also took it to Charlotte not too long ago. Knew they had the talent. Certainly did not expect, though, the Rowdies would be in this situation at this point in the match. Still plenty of time, though. Poku to Tejada. See if the Rowdies can connect the dots here. Duro, near side now, Richards.
Just looking at the white shirts in the middle here, just collapsing in the middle. As the Rowdies have to find some sort of channels. As Juan Tejada is wide open on that right-hand side.
Arad lost it. And tracking it down now, Diakite, tapping it to Poku. Tejada. Ball shot behind them.
I think
expecting it.
I think Diakite saw 3 Tejadas there. He picked the wrong one.
Just one of those matches where you just need somebody to step up and make a play. Who is that guy going to be tonight for the Rowdies?
Well, it just takes one goal. 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline in soccer. You get one goal and all the momentum changes. So it's up to the Rowdies, the home team, to get that goal, just to get something going.
DJ Taylor, a nice touch, and again, time and space. Ball crossed over again, a Wallow. Oh, if that ball was delivered on target, yeah, it would have been major trouble for McCarthy again.
Well, Dominic Aduro, Malik Johnson, just not on the same page. Those channels are opening up for NCFC to creep through. And the Rowdies have to find a way to close those gaps, or else it's going to be a pretty short night tonight.
Johnson decides to go. Now sends it back to Aduro. On Tejada, operating now. Tejada again, drawing a crowd. Good service in, setting up the header that time for Hopino.
A great job by Tejada and good defending by NCFC, staying put with their men. But Tejada showing that he has a left foot, can go either way. And there's the creator, Iwolo, picking up the foul. Diakite right on his back. But the damage has been done by the young Cameroonian.
Mentioned the one guy missing from the back, Sean Barry. I feel like we have not called his name in ages. Barry, again, had the ankle injury, then injured his ribs. And a match later against Nashville. Coach Collins certainly eager to get him back into the rotation. Rowdies attacking here in the 53rd minute with Malik Johnson.
I think the player they're going to miss most trying to get this goal back is Andrew Tanari. As this NCFC team collapses around the middle, it's Tanari who make things happen in that last third of the field on top of the box. And they need that presence.
Drawing so much attention. Steinberger, a nice touch, and now Guenzati. Guenzati trying to get back to that midfield, just very crowded. North Carolina doing a great job, making it very difficult right down the middle for Tampa Bay.
Good job by NCFC, just corralling Guenzati in the middle of the park there, and he had nowhere to go, no outlets.
At this point, Ryan, if you're up 2-0 and you are the visitors, are you just sitting back here and saying, hey, bring it to us? Steinberger tries to get through. Steinberger's little flick is into the goal, and the Rowdies have cut the North Carolina lead in half.
Well, well, well. Look who it is. Zach Steinberger answers the bell for Coach Collins. He made a brilliant run and a lovely ball by Tariq Morad, and there goes number 8, and look at the finish. Just a little chip over the top, a little flick if you will, and it's into the bread basket, and it is 2-1. Rowdies back in it. Game on.
Scoring against his former club, Zach Steinberger, with that goal. 500 meals donated to the needy from Eat Right. And I'll tell you what, we've seen enough of Zach Steinberger to say that this young man can flat out play.
He can do everything. He can fill so many roles, defensively, offensively. He's a renaissance man and an invaluable member to this Rowdies team.
Poku now with new life. Rowdies attacking once more. Getting it wide. Hopino trying to get there, trying to get a service in. This one set nice and high, and it'll be gathered in by Johnson. Stadium already alive and well after the goal. Rowdies get a big moment from Steinberger, and they're right back in it.
It's the famous 2-0 scoreline. Comes to haunt NCFC so far. You have that natural human instinct to sit back. But now, once the other team responds, how do you start the wheel turning again if you're NCFC? As DJ Taylor prepares to take this throw. Another one from the U23 Academy of this fantastic NCFC youth program.
Ben Spies, and now Tejada. A 50-50 ball. It's won by Miller. Stephen Miller didn't have it long. Diakite comes up. Look at him, newly inspired. Pape Diakite wanting a call, not going to get it. In fact, It goes against the Rowdies defender that time, and the crowd certainly unhappy.
Well, Pape DKT did a great job getting that ball out of the back three. Hounded by the attackers, and looks like he was called for hooking his left arm. And Sebastian Guenzati, the captain, has every right to ask a question. As Ralph's mob is letting their feelings be heard loud and clear.
Coach Collins wants an explanation. He still can't believe it. Trying to inject some new life.
Well, a quick free kick by NCFC didn't pay off there. Coach Collins was not happy about that quick start. Poku's so calm at the back, finding Aduro now.
Damaduro. Steinberger. Rowdies midfield working really hard at the moment. Tejada from that right flank. Want Tejada serviced in on the ground. Hopino can turn around. Hopino, good job to keep it alive for the Rowdies. Aduro keeps possession.
Well, great service from Tejada, and what a cool customer Hopino is.
Hopino goes down, no call. Now inside the box. Tries to get one on bicycle kick attempt by Guenzati. Great effort by the Rowdies here in the 58th minute.
Well, what a great sequence by Antoine Hopino. Just keeping his head under all the pressure, finding his captain, and Guenzati going for the audacious effort. Here it is again. Hopino taking his man on, just clips it inside. There's the Uruguayan going for the bicycle kick. But the game is back on. The Rowdies fans can feel it. And NCFC are trying to get the wheel turning again.
Alex Tembakis, a good night. In goal for the visitors. 2-1 your score. We're approaching 60 minutes. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, and our awesome TV crew here with you from Al Link Stadium. North Carolina in white, Tampa Bay Rowdies, of course, the familiar green and gold. Couple goals scored. The brace delivered by Dre Fortune for North Carolina. Rowdies getting one back in the form of Zach Steinberger's little flick. And here we are at 2-1. Malik Johnson sliding one through. Steinberger again. There goes that man again. He'll circle back this time, though.
Well, Malik Johnson, the righty coming in from the left, is now so unpredictable now for this NCFC defense. Not sure where to go, where to stand.
Poku, oh, the distribution, so crisp! Hopino! Tembakis diving will force the Rowdies corner.
Well, the ball came from the left and switched across into the middle, and Kwadwo Poku taking his time. Here it comes across, finds Hopino. Hopino turning sharply. Beautiful turn, but the finish, and a good save by Tambaki.
Guenzati elevating. They'll escape by. It'll go kick for Tembakis in North Carolina. And let's see. Will the Rowdies keep possession? Yeah, the Rowdies will have a corner here one more time. Possession right now in the Rowdies' favor. This is second half only. Tampa Bay, although they did allow that goal, still dominating possession at the moment. And Steinberger teeing one up here. Goes far post with it. Hopino trying to chase it down. Oh, that is a clear-cut hold that time. And we'll see a little skirmish, and Hopino is going to get a yellow card. I mean, at least try and disguise the hold a little bit. That was as blatant as it gets.
He's like, can I borrow your shirt, Aaron Guillen? It looks very nice. I look good in white. That's what he was saying. But trying to, that's a professional foul, taking yellow card for the team.
That's a Ford's Garage yellow card issued to Antoine Hopino here in the 61st minute.
Excellent play by Aaron Guillen, who had such a great game so far at that left back position. And getting a free kick and taking the pressure off his team.
Hopino booked here. North Carolina FC attacking now from the left flank. Will go up this time. An offside called on Awalo.
That turns out to be Hopino's third yellow card so far in this USL season. And being a forward, to have 3 yellow cards is a little bit different, to say the least, but it shows that he's willing to engage.
Caleb Richards, once again, so steady in the back for the Rowdies. Only 20 years old, hard to believe the maturity that he has brought to the pitch this season. The Rowdies so much younger than they were a season ago. Malik Johnson trying to get a little mini cross in that time, sent back out. Richards on top of it again. Johnson, line driven. Steinberger was waiting for it. Out to Aduro. He's waiting to just dial one up that time again. Instead, it's Richards. Rowdies passing very crisp as of late. Shot taken just over the crossbar. Great idea from Johnson. You gotta love his aggressiveness that time.
Well, you knew it was coming. He was teeing it up for the last 20 minutes, picking his spots. And here he is, the righty coming in from the left, cuts inside, and just releases a scud to the near post. Tambakis had it covered, but it shows what the righty can do, coming inside.
Diakite, Awalo trying to beat him to it. And great job by Pape to seal him off that time. If there's one thing, back to that last play, Ryan, the Rowdies maybe need to do a little more of. We'll hold that thought for a moment. Let's check in with Heather here.
Well, it's been a very busy couple of weeks for North Carolina FC midfielder Nazmi Al-Badawi. The Raleigh native played for North Carolina FC from 2014 to 2017, and then last season and then the first part of this season he was with FC Cincinnati. Well, 2 weeks ago, he decided that he didn't want to play at FC Cincinnati anymore. He wanted to return to his home club. So he says it was a Friday that he talked to team officials and told them that he wanted to leave. By Wednesday of that week, he was packed up. He had sold his house, and him and his wife were road tripping back down to Raleigh. He trained with North Carolina FC on Thursday and Friday, and then played in last Saturday's match against Hartford. So it has been quite a whirlwind for the midfielder, but he made a happy homecoming to Raleigh last week, guys.
Yeah, the life of a pro soccer player. So many stories just like that throughout this great league, and the Rowdies going to have a pretty good opportunity here just to top the box.
Well, it was Malik Johnson again, just nibbling his way through that defense, and in the end picking up a foul in a very, very dangerous area for this NCFC team. Mr. Mbakis tries to set his ball, and Kwadwo Poku, who's a very confident man right now, is sizing up his options. Tariq Murad is trying to gather something, looks like something from the training ground.
See where Poku tries to hit this ball. He'll step past it this time. Shot taken from distance, just off the crossbar. Oh, another one from Aduro that nearly found the back of the net.
Well, Tariq Murad had this one in his mind. He ran straight across to Poku, and there he was. He played it short, and there was the rifle by Aduro. It clips the crossbar, and Tambakis just blows his lips like there was no chance I was going to get that one.
Well, that ball was curling back too. Certainly had a chance. Well, fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy, allowing clubs at all levels across the USL to develop local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more info, go to uslsoccer.com/academy. 67th minute now. Things getting really interesting. DJ Taylor will come over. For North Carolina, Rowdies have been on the brink of pulling level. They've been climbing uphill since the start.
Credit to NCFC coming in the first half, played a great strategic game, went up 1-0, then got an early goal in the second half to make it 2-0. It's all up to the Rowdies to claw their way back in the game, and they have, with a goal by Steinberger. Now, the home team really trying to force the tempo here with Tejada.
Steinberger now to Tejada. Tejada, nicely done, over to Morad. Morad to Quinsati, and Quinsati's shot taken. Rebound opportunity is there for Johnson. He'll hesitate for a moment. Sent back out, Malik Johnson, gaining control.
Malik Johnson, when that ball popped out to him, had a chance to hit it first time, with the keeper still recovering from the first shot. Took a touch, as we see the rain coming down here in Al Lang Stadium. I know those spectators do not look worried. The shirts are off, and the party is continuing.
Storms suddenly moving into the area here in St. Pete as the crowd runs for cover. We will play on until, hopefully, we do not see any lightning strikes within the area.
Well, barring there isn't any lightning, this is perfect soccer weather. A nice drizzle. The field is going to get damp, slick. This is what you play for as a soccer player.
Wallow ahead to Spees. Spees trying to go over the top. Wallow getting loose. Momentarily, McCarthy and Diakite able to douse that flame.
Well, Wallow is one slippery customer. Gets between the space again, and Diakite had to do everything to get back there.
Malik Johnson, one-on-one opportunity, goes down in the box. And Steinberger and company asking for contact.
Well, the Phantom of the Opera just took off his mask and revealed himself yet again. Malik Johnson nibbling through that defense, looking for the referee's call, didn't get it.
Ben Spees sends it forward. DJ Taylor. Ralph's mob not going anywhere. You hear the drums. Intact here in the 70th minute. Ball sent in. Can't let that guy get a piece. Fortune has been dynamic tonight. And it should belong to the Rowdies, or will it be a North Carolina corner?
The young Dre Fortune, with 2 goals under his belt, is a confident customer right now, and he's questioning referee Mendoza's call. But this is what the Rowdies have to worry about. As you try to claw your way back into the game, you can't forget your defensive duties, as this NCFC team is lights out offensively, as we've seen. And you still have to track back and block those channels and engage.
Blemish this season for the Rowdies was a loss to OKC Energy and the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. They have not suffered a defeat in USL Championship play. That is in jeopardy, though, here into the 71st minute. North Carolina leading 2-1. Juan Tejada, he goes down. Maybe a throw-in as Morad is over there for the Rowdies. Several chances to pull level for Tampa Bay. Just a hair short. Whether it was high or wide. Trying to straighten one out here. Steinberger switches the point of attack. Now it's Tejada. Juan Tejada getting into the box. Another hard takedown. Oh. Easily could have been called a PK.
Well, great aggressive run by Tejada, getting in the 18-yard box where it's so dangerous for defenders to lunge or tackle. And that time, NCFC got it perfectly. Speaking about perfectly, Kwadwo Poku is continuing to have a great game. Here's Tejada coming inside. And there was a great tackle by number 8, Trey Fortune. 2 goals and a fantastic tackle tonight.
Rowdies set to make their 3rd substitution of the match as Brandon Allen is getting loose. You see him on that far side.
Well, Brandon Allen may not be as nimble and agile as Sebastian Guenzati, but he is a big body and he knows how to score goals.
Johnson now back to Richards. Rowdies will move it from side to side. Come up here, Morad. Tejada. In the box now. Opano has had an interesting night.
Another tackle by NCFC on top of the box. Poku goes down, no call. It looks like the Rowdies cannot get impatient, have to take their time and pick their spots.
Well, you said this is ideal weather. I'm not so sure. Heather Donnelly would agree. Heather, what's going on down there?
Yeah, I've got to disagree with Ryan on that one. It might be perfect soccer weather, but it's definitely not perfect sideline reporting weather. But it has cleared up down here. The rain has basically stopped. So now Rowdies officials are just keeping an eye on the lightning situation, and hopefully we'll be able to get this one in, guys.
Stay dry, Heather.
Yeah, in the pregame, we thought the rain would come down a lot sooner than it actually did. So we've actually been pretty lucky here tonight. Rowdies attacking now. Steinberger has been a handful since checking in. Tejada's cross, skating across the 6.
Just one of those crosses that are so dangerous, about shin height, just skimming across the ground. Could have gone anywhere, and that's why this number 10 is coming in, for those type of crosses. To get into that 6-yard box and look for tap-ins and head-ins. So El Capitan checks out, and Brandon Allen checks in.
Well, Brandon Allen's got 1 goal this season, but a little deceiving. He scored 2, actually, in U.S. Open Cup play. One against the Villages, the other against OKC Energy.
He has a long history of finding the net.
Rowdies again, going forward. Bacchus will come up as Opano was in motion.
A great tracking back there by DJ Taylor, the right back, number 27. Just blocking off Opano's path.
Carolina struggling to gain possession seemingly in the past 10 minutes of play. Poku now in the center circle coming around, and he is so dynamic at doing just that, getting the Rowdies rolling. Now it's Johnson. Johnson tries to get to the end line, get a cross in, but it's going to belong to the visitor.
A good defending by DJ Taylor. Malik Johnson has shown he can cut in on his right, but Taylor showed him the left, and Malik Johnson is going to have to whip one in with that left foot to gain the respect of DJ Taylor on that right-hand side. Well, it's going to be a long night for that Malik Johnson on the left-hand side. Great header by Abdul. Great header.
Rowdies' defense has shown some cracks here tonight. Trying to shore things up, get the offense rolling here late, and have a come-from-behind result at Al Lang Stadium. Crowd hanging in there. Malik Johnson.
This is where Malik Johnson has to create some havoc.
Ball's taken. Oh, great attempt again. Opano at the top of the box, got a good foot on it.
Well, good service. Coming back inside on that right foot and finding Opano just on top of the 18-yard box. Here it is again, and Opano just side-footing it. Excellent power, just couldn't get that placement. Kwadwo Poku so instrumental tonight. Has earned his pick from Coach Collins.
Ball sent high and wide. North Carolina will come over again. Ball taken, shot taken. McCarthy lets it go. Another goal for North Carolina FC. 3-1 is your score. And Stephen Miller makes his presence felt here in Tampa Bay.
Well, when it's not your night, it's not your night. When John McCarthy can let in an easy one, a sitter, as they would say, the dangerous Stephen Miller cutting inside, going last post and straight through the wickets of John McCarthy. There it is again. He would save that 99 out of 100 times. And now the hill just got a little steeper for this Rowdies team. The captain of this NCFC team putting his team on his back.
And you saw there perhaps the wet ball just slipping right through the mitts of John McCarthy. You were right, that is a rare sight. He has been so sure-handed all season long.
Looks like the playmaker number 10, Ben Spees, checks out.
Austin Panshot comes in for North Carolina. Gonna wonder, is that the deciding goal now? With a 2-goal lead here in the 78th minute. It's gonna be tough for the Rowdies to climb this mountain, but anything is certainly possible.
Have to keep up the fight, just keep up that belief. It just takes one more goal to get back into it. Good touch by Brandon Allen.
Just heard, too, with that last goal, the crowd just kind of gasped. Like that could have been the final blow here in what has been a hard-fought match.
With 12 minutes to go, I think the Rowdies have one more run.
Victor Igbekoy set to check in for North Carolina. Dre Fortune's night will be through.
Igbekoy is a holding midfielder who's going to come in and try to shore things up in that center midfield area. Great flick by Steinberger. Well read by NCFC. As the white shirts sit back and try to hold possession here and see this one out.
I think there are those moments where, yeah, it is just not your night. Kind of get that feeling here in the 80th minute. And Mr. Fortune will leave with the brace. Trey Fortune got it going for North Carolina FC. 2 goals here, one in the 19th, the other in the 38th minute, just after halftime. As Igbekoy checking in. Well done for number 8.
Yeah, the U23 project. 22-year-old Dre Fortune comes into Al-Lan Stadium and makes his presence felt. As Coach Serikin appreciates the effort from his youngster.
Well, tune into ESPN3 on June 18th for a special Tuesday edition of Wednesday Night Soccer. As Reno 1868 hosting Phoenix Rising. And a showdown between 2 of the best in the West. It's the week's best match on Wednesday Night Soccer. On a Tuesday, though, June 18th. Keep in mind, at 10:30 on ESPN3. Steinberger, own goal tonight for the Rowdies, continues to work hard. Called for the foul this time.
A bit of frustration from Steinberger, just leveling Al-Badawi. He's had a good game tonight, a quiet game, but good. Just sat in front of that back four for NCFC.
Saw Hartford with a win over St. Louis. That's a big one in USL Championship. Louisville beats Ottawa. Pittsburgh and Ottawa rather 2-2. Charleston Battery with a 2-1 advantage over Birmingham. Brandon Allen trying to make something happen. Late addition. Rowdies will have a corner.
Well, 9 minutes left. The Rowdies' big bodies are coming up for this corner. Down 2 goals. This is one of those moments that NCFC have to just see out to avoid the avalanche in the last 8 minutes.
Sent on now. Rowdies trying to get ahead on it. If there was any indication, this North Carolina side could certainly play. Look at what they did in the Open Cup, still alive, and you know they were the team to send out the story of the Open Cup, the Florida Soccer Soldiers, and a team that's playing backyard soccer. North Carolina able to finally send them home packing.
NCFC is officially hated by every person in Florida right now.
The Soccer Soldiers, what a story.
What a story.
They were. Wallow operating. Certainly no hurries for the visiting side. Austin Panchot gets a touch, and Igbekoy as well.
Rowdies still being patient, trying to spread the ball around the park. As Tarek Murad looks for options. As Poku making himself available, and he's going to have to push the tempo here.
Tejada once again drawing 2. Sends the ball into the box. And skate across the throw in for the Rowdies with Johnson right there. Caleb Richards and Aduro. Rowdies have certainly, point I was going to make minutes ago, they've looked more aggressive from distance. That is a positive sign. As the ball hits the post, Tejada almost rang one up. Hopino trying to get there as well. And again, it's just case in point. The Rowdies aggressive from distance, looking to take that shot, let it go even when they're possibly outside the box. That's a great sign.
Well, Juan Tejada with looks to be a mishit cross. Almost caused Tabakis to blush tonight as that one hit his far post and came back out. And there's the guy with the assist. Iwolo, his night is over. But what a combination he had with Dre Fortune tonight, putting his team in this successful position.
Eric Cristo comes on, 2 goals on the season for North Carolina. Certainly not the night everybody envisioned, but I'll tell you what, 13 matches without a defeat. Still some time to play with here, but when you look at the shots, 17-4, Rowdies out shooting North Carolina, looking for the offsides here, not going to get it. And it's going to be another goal. Well, no, it will be an offside, so it was called. Flag going up a little late that time, but we'll wave off the goal.
We're just going back to the shots. That's 4 shots and 3 goals for NCFC. Just doing a great job in getting close to John McCarthy's net and taking their chances. There were 2 tap-ins and one that went through his gloves. So a lovely turn by Al-Badawi. And look at that great vision. Just a hairline offside. Excellent finish, but it doesn't count. But it shows what this NCFC team can do coming through that middle. We talked about it at the beginning. A high possession team. Skilled players coming through the middle. And they showed what they've made of tonight.
So a good call by the official that time. Clearly an offside. Called on the attack for North Carolina. Now it's Johnson circling back. Keep in mind the Rowdies tonight without Leo Fernandez, such an orchestrator in the midfield as Duro lets one go. We'll have another corner here, but keep in mind you got no Leo Fernandez tonight. You also got Jan Ekra getting healthy. And he was in the 18 tonight for the Rowdies, and he will certainly be a force moving forward. So there are some missing pieces to this Rowdies team. Not making any excuses. I'm sure Coach Collins will not do that, but certainly no time to panic after just one loss if this score stands, if you're a Rowdies fan.
No, you're only going to find out who you are until you lose that first game. How do you respond? And the Rowdies are going to find that out on Monday morning when it comes to practice.
Poku sending one in. Johnson on top of it. And now it's Aduro. Aduro's played well tonight.
Charleston Battery next on the docket for the Rowdies. It's going to have to be bounce back time for the boys in green and yellow.
It's always been a fun rivalry to watch as well. Good job of sharing it now. NCFC.
Just good ball handlers. And they know what time the game is, what time we're in. So they're just managing the game.
Poku called for the foul this time. Barbasol will come out. And I'll tell you what, Guillen has been flopping all over the pitch here tonight.
He's had a good game tonight, the left back.
Yeah.
But he's used every trick in the book.
Keep in mind that start time next week with Charleston set back 1 hour, 6:30 start time, conjunction partnership with the Tampa Bay Rays. Just ask if you go to the Rays game, don't use all your energy, save it just a little bit for the Rowdies match. Hope to see you here. '90th minute now. Tampa Bay still pushing forward.
Great discipline by NCFC. There's the two lines of 4 and 5.
As soon as we find out extra time, we will let you know. Badawi, very quiet tonight. And we're going to have 4 minutes of stoppage time here. 4 minutes coming up.
Well, we've seen crazier things happen in lesser time than that.
Poku. He's trying to at least get one back here. Tejada. Richards with a little space to work with. Closes quickly. And now Malik Johnson.
And Malik Johnson has 2 guys on him. DJ Taylor.
Richards quickly sending one in. We'll have another corner. And Steinberger will do the honors. He's trying to get bodies in the box here, try and create some havoc.
Well, it's now or never for the Rowdies. Have to get one here just to give them enough time to get a third. Excellent header by Sam Brotherton, the big centre back. But what a run by John Mccarthy, surviving so many minutes without conceding a goal. And NCFC, hats off to them, did a great job tonight, creating chances.
Richards trying to squeeze one in there. Popino a little slow coming off. I think one thing that stands out, those 3 goals conceded. McCarthy, as you said, over a month, the entire month of May, over 500 minutes without allowing a goal. And then you know how this game is. When that one happens, sometimes the floodgates open.
The dam breaks and here comes the water, right? So 3 goals tonight, I would say that's a flood. But it's one of those where you play every week to keep the unbeaten streak going. Now it's off the table. You get to reset and be like, all right, let's start again. And I'm sure that's going to be the mindset of Coach Collins and this Rowdies team. Start another streak.
And battling for it that time. North Carolina with Payne shot. And again, Johnson chasing it down. How badly do you think the Rowdies need Leo Fernandez back in play?
Leo Fernandez has had an MVP-type season. I mean, he creates havoc on that left side. He picks up his defensive responsibilities. I mean, he's just been a dream for Coach Collins and for the forwards and midfielders because he creates so much space for them when the ball goes out to the left. So they can't wait to get him back. And such a leader as well. I mean, he has played one of the longest players on this Rowdies roster.
Possibly the final chance for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Tejada trying to drive one in. Diakite now with Richards. Luke Johnson, several opportunities tonight. Chances were there from the get-go for the home side. Just one of those nights. Rowdies struggling to find the back of the net. A little slow to react to the counters of North Carolina FC. And for the first time this season, the Tampa Bay Rowdies will go down in defeat. 3-1 the final score. North Carolina FC comes to Outlink Stadium and steals one from your Rowdies. Well, a final post game is coming up next. We'll wrap this one up and look forward to next week when we come back.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dreams while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
Well, a tough night for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. They finally suffered defeat here in 2019. 3-1 the final score. North Carolina FC comes in and gets it done. For the Rowdies, chance to rebound next week as they host the Charleston Battery. Then they hit the road against Bethlehem. Keep in mind that match next week, a 6:30 start, usually an hour sooner than the usual start time. On June 29th, Ottawa comes to town, and then a couple road matches at Swope Park and at Pittsburgh. So the Rowdies' win streak in USL Championship play comes to an end at 13. Still an outstanding season in play for the Rowdies. Just have to rebound next week against the Battery. Hope you enjoyed it. For Ryan Davis and Heather Donnelly down on the pitch, I'm Drew Felios with our fabulous crew. We will see you next week from right here at Al Link Stadium.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.